This is Varsha's Education Academy. In this session, we are going to see the topic of convolution. See, this is a very important topic in signal processing, right? As you all are aware, we have to convolve any two signals, right? See here, they have given two input signals, that is x1 of t and x2 of t. Now I am going to convolve these two signals. This is the symbol for convolution, right? So now we are going to plot the output, that is y of t. So y of t is equal to x1 of t convolved with x2 of t, right? x1 of t convolved with x2 of t. See, this convolution topic is very important for all competitive exam. Please do carefully. Within a few seconds you can complete this problem. By using very simple steps, I am going to tell you some tricks to solve this problem. So please listen carefully and make a note of it, and this will be very useful for you while solving in the competitive exams. Within few seconds you can compute this problem, right? Now let us see the steps first. See, first step, identify the widths. Width is nothing but the base of each input signal. Width is nothing but the base of the each input signal. First we will find the base of the input signal x1 of t. See, 0 and 2. Then what may be the base? The base will be 2. See, the first step, identify the widths, right? Then here we are going to find the width. For the second input signal, the width will be 0 to 3. So the width will be 3. The base value is 3, right? So, see here, the minimum base or minimum width is said to be written as T1, that is 2. And our next width is said to be 3 and it is written as T2. Okay? If the two width or two base length are same, then our output plot will be our triangular plot. See here, T1 is 2 and T2 is 3. These two values are different, right? So our output plot will be of trapezoidal. If those two widths are different, the output plot will be trapezoidal, right? Now, second step, we have to find the lower limit of our output plot. First, I will draw the trapezoid at its output signal. Listen carefully. Now, I am drawing one trapezoidal plot. This is our trapezoid, right? Now, we have to find the lower limit, upper limit and in between limits, right? Okay. First, lower limit. Lower limit, how can we find out in the sense? First, what is the lower limit of this input plot? First input plot, 0. What is the lower limit of the second input plot? It is also 0, right? So, 0 plus 0. Lower limit is 0 plus 0, which is equal to 0. So, our lower limit of our output plot is 0, right? Have you all understood the second step? Now we are going to see the third step, that is upper limit. So upper limit, what is the upper limit of the first plot? So 2. So 2 is the upper limit of the first plot. What is the upper limit of the second plot? 3. So we have to add 2 plus. We have to add 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. Right? So our upper limit of the output plot will be 5. See, now we are going to find the amplitudes. So amplitude will be found out by the amplitude of the first plot and amplitude of the second input plot are to be multiplied with the value of T1, right? See, the amplitude of the first input plot and the amplitude of the second input plot, which is multiplied with the value of T1. So the T1 value here is 2, right? So 8 into see the amplitude of the first input plot is 8, the amplitude of the second input plot is 10, and our T1 value is 2. Now I am going to multiply all these three values. 8 into 10 into 2, which is equal to 160. So our amplitude here, our output plot here is 160, right? Now we are going to find these two values. See, how can we write these two values in the sense? First we have to calculate the value, we have to find the point T1 from this origin, from this lower limit. T1. So what is the value of T1? So 2. This value will be 2. So this point will be the T1 distance, that is T1 base length from the lower limit. Then see here, our second point will be the T2 distance from the origin. T2 distance from our lower limit, not origin, lower limit. So T2 distance. T2 distance in the sense, what is the value of T2? What is the value of T2? 3, right? T1 is 2 and T2 is 3. See, already we have plotted 2 over here. Then it will be 3, right? This is the convolved output of the given two input signals. This is the convolved output of the given two input signals. Have you all understood? Once again I am explaining you the steps. See, first step we have to identify the width or the base length of each input signal what they have given, right? 0 to 2 and 0 to 3. So I have found out the value of first width as T1 is equal to 2 and the value of second width, second base length, that is T2 is equal to 3. Then if the base lengths are same, then it will be a triangle. Then our output plot will be a triangle. If the base lengths are different, the output plot will be a trapezoidal. See here, two base lengths are different. So we have considered our output plot as trapezoidal, right? Then we have to find the lower limit. Lower limit is our second step. How can we find the lower limit? We have to add the lower limit of two plots, two input plots. We have to find the lower limits of, add the lower limits of two plots, that is 0 plus 0. Then to find, third step is to find the upper limit. How can we find the upper limit? We have to add the upper limits of these two plots, that is 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. So this is the upper limit of our output plot. Then how can we find the amplitude? Then our fourth step is to find the amplitude of our output plot. So amplitude of the input 1, amplitude of the input 2, and then we have to multiply with the value of base length 1, that is T1. So 8 into 10 into 2, 8 to the 16 into 10, that is 160. That is our amplitude of our output plot. Then we have to find out the in-between widths. How can we find this input in-between widths is said to be? See, from the lower limit, we have to write the value of T1. So from the lower limit, 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 is our lower limit again. So 0 plus 3 is 3. So these two are the in-between base lengths. In-between base values, right? So this is our final output signal. After calculating all the values, this will be our y of t, right? See, in our next session, I will give you some complicated problems. That is, some mirror image type of problems I will give you based on this convolution topic, right? This is that problem. Please try to compute this problem based on our same steps, right? x1 of t is minus 1 to 2 with the amplitude of 4. x2 of t is minus 5 to 7 with amplitude of 3.5. This is also a very simple but somewhat complicated when compared to our last problem, right? Try to compute on your own. If not, I'll explain you in our next video. Thank you all. But you should follow the same steps. If you are having doubts, do comment in the comment box. If you like this video, do subscribe my channel. Thank you all. Thank you for watching this video.